All right, let's see if I can squeeze in a little explanation here. So the first thing is I picked the key of C because I had it in my mind that that's the original key, which turned out to be wrong, but that's okay. So I wanted to play a little part that had some motion and dissonance in it. So instead of just playing the vanilla changes, I came up with this, which is a sixth, and then play the third rather than a root of a chord, whatever's there. In the bass, I just stuck a third in there because I thought it sounded cool. A7. And then for some more dissonance, I do. That is a, I guess you can think of it as an augmented chord. It's basically just a stack of intervals. It's tritone, then 4, 3, 4. Laugh and run away. And actually the real chord there would not be, in this case, D. The real correct chord is actually an F major 7. Run away. So I wanted to play both the reharmonization and the original kind of mashed together. So I do. So it's this. Sorry. And some motion. That's just a G major instead of a D minor there. And then I like to do stuff in thirds. I'm sorry, this is what I did. That's the melody. A minor. D minor 11th. That is just fourths. So that is fourths, melody note, B minor 11th, B flat 7 flat 5, which also gives you the melody note. Then D minor 11th also keeps the melody note, so that goes. B minor 11th. I'm sorry, A minor 11. That's another thing I do a lot, which is if I have something like a 2-5-1, I'll do like 2-11, then 5 sharp 7 with a flat 5 in it, 2-5 augmented. So that becomes. Then I get into something a little less reharmonized, just to get a swing feel going. And this is where I made a mistake. I should have played. I messed up. I played something like. I do that a lot. So that little change is we're ending on, in this case, a C. So instead of playing a C, I play a C with a G in the root, and I get myself that sort of little shuffly, gospel-y kind of move here. And end again on an augmented. And then I'm into improv, and I'm not going to go into that because it is what it is. I wasn't thinking about what I was doing. I was just kind of playing, mixing together single lines with chord hits. And then finally, when I feel like I'm at the end, I just, instead of reprising the whole melody, I just got to myself to the point where I could go, da, 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 and then I end. And then I always like to end on some non-one chord that has the last note in it. So in this case, I played like an A minor, actually a diminished. Just came out that way. So what that shows you is that most of my arrangements, when I do solo stuff, I don't really arrange. I just kind of take pieces of chords that and 2-5-1s and licks and things that I kind of have in my pocket and mush them together with an overall concept of, hey, let's have some dissonance. Hey, let's have some motion. Oh, now we're back to the more vanilla form of the melody rather. And that's kind of the way I approach stuff. It sometimes works, sometimes not. That's why I am not a famous solo guitar player. Anyway, hope that was in some way informative. Thanks.